to Horse Talk, where we are going to talk about how you can make your anxious and unpredictable horse brave, calm, and confident. Yes, because we have a free training now that is called Confidence Training for Horses. And if you're joining there, you had the possibility to ask questions. And now I am coming live to answer them. But these answers will also give you some clues on how you can get started with your horse. But first, to just recap, horses, they tend to react first and ask questions later because they are, after all, flight animals. So it is normal for them to be on the lookout. As prey animals, they need to be careful to not get eaten by predators. However, this reaction can either go outwards and show as expressive behavior. The horse can bolt or spook or buck or, do something. Or it can go inwards and show as freeze mode. So just be aware of that. So even though your horse is stopping and standing still when faced with danger, it doesn't mean that your horse is brave. Yes, because that is exactly one of the questions I have gotten, where the horse owner says, I can do anything with my horse and he's standing completely still. But sometimes he still explodes out of nowhere. And I don't know what to do and why he is doing this, because I have done everything I can to solve it. And my suspicion then is that your horse is actually going into freeze mode and isn't standing still and being confident. So what you need to do is to watch the videos in the free training, and especially the video that is called From Freeze Mode to Relaxed and Confident, and do exactly what I'm doing in that video, where I'm training a horse exactly like that, who had a bucking problem. So he would spook and buck out of nowhere, but if you flapped plastic around him or tried to scare him, he would just stand completely still. And just to quickly tell you what I did in the video is that then I made him move forwards, which is the opposite of standing still. So that's what you want to do to get your horse out of freeze mode. And this is also what solved the horse's problem in the video of being unpredictable and bucking. That's exactly what I did, and now I can't even get him to buck even if I try. So that was a big part of it, was changing his behavior from standing still when scared to moving into relaxation when scared. And another thing you can watch out for to make sure you're not accidentally putting your horse into freeze mode is your horse's ears and eyes and body language in general, because that's going to tell you if your horse is standing still and holding on to tension, or if your horse is actually relaxing. And I like to look for signs of relaxation, just to be sure. Yes. So the horse lowering the neck, for instance, licking and chewing, moving the ears, blinking, or moving softly into relaxation is a sign that the horse is relaxed, versus just standing still, not blinking, not moving the ears, not breathing deeply, and with a high stiff neck. That's very often a sign of tension, and that the reaction is going inwards, only to explode later. So your description of your horse is very accurate, and I recommend you to watch the particular video that is called From Freeze Mode to Relaxed and Confident. Yes, and there was another question I got here, and she says, my horse is afraid of the flag. Yes, that's the whole point of the training, is to get the horse more confident with a flag or a plastic bag or stuff like that. And I think there could be many reasons that this hasn't worked. One thing that I can think of is that you start, waving the flag and the horse gets scared, and that's when you stop waving. So every time we stop doing something, we tell the horse that this is the right reaction for the scary stuff or whatever to go away. So horses, they learn from the release, which also in the terms of us waving stuff, if we release when the horse gets tense and runs off, the horse is gonna get tense and run off when we wave the flag. But if we wave the flag and wait for relaxation, the horse is going to get relaxed. Yeah, so that could be it. Do as I showed in the video. Yes. And it could also be that you are starting wrong. And do what I do in the start by, moving away from the horse and get the horse to follow. Because then you build curiosity and confidence and the horse feels brave with something moving away from them versus something coming towards them. So you also always want to start by moving the flag away from the horse and allow the horse to follow. And another thing is that you don't want to start anywhere around here, because this part here of the horse is a big blind spot for horses. They can't see anything here. So if you start by, waving the flag here, it's going to be very likely that your horse either kick to the flag or rear up and jump backwards. Or if you hold your horse here, that's also something they really don't appreciate. Yes, so be mindful of that and basically do what I show in the video and you will be fine. Yep. And there was another question that was more about, like, my horse isn't particularly scared of anything, just tense in general, and also then tense in the arena. And there could be different reasons for this. The first thing that comes to mind for me is that your horse might have separation anxiety. So that when you bring your horse to the arena or to other places, even though the horse isn't scared of the environment, the horse is scared because he or she is then alone and away from the herd. So basically, no amount of training with flags and tarps and sounds and other stuff is going to make your horse more confident, because it's the separation anxiety that causes the anxiety. Yes, I would do something different before then starting to make your horse more confident with sounds and different ground layer and stuff like that. I would work on the separation anxiety. And we have actually a training about that as well that you can find on ridelikeaviking.no/brave that solves the separation anxiety. So your horse isn't ready for working on becoming braver towards stimuli yet. You need to solve the separation anxiety first. And I start by doing that by becoming the one taking the guard when together with the horse. Because this is something horses offer to each other when in the herd as flight animals and prey animals. They stick together and they can take turns being on the lookout. This is something we very often forget when we are together with horses, because we have this agenda of taking pictures of them or cuddling them or giving them treats or teaching them stuff or fetching them to do something with them. We tend to forget to do this. Yes, so this is something I do to make the horse confident when together with me, and so that I become the herd when away from the herd. Yes, so I basically take the guard for the horse and allow the horse to find relaxation when looking at me and letting me then handle the environment. Yes, so that can be really beneficial, and that's how the solving separation anxiety actually starts. Yes. So I think, let's see if there are any more questions. Yeah, let's say, I think we have talked about most of it. Yeah, there's one here. She says, my horse is pushy. Can this work to make my horse less pushy? And that's actually a good question, because I would probably not start making your horse braver with flags and tarps and sounds and stuff before your horse respects your personal space. Because if something happens while you're waving the plastic bag, or the horse doesn't want to go over the tarp and stuff, and you haven't established personal space towards your horse might, jump on you when scared. So I would definitely then start there by making sure that, you can operate your horse from a distance. That is very important. We do not, on any circumstance, want to stand close to a horse and hold them with a tight lead rope and start waving stuff around them or tie them up. Number one, it's going to make the horse go into freeze mode. Or number two, the horse is going to jump on you. So you need to be able to operate your horse off your body language from a distance before starting with this type of training. Yes, and I think we have something on the blog actually about how to start pushy horses, which you can find on ridelikeaviking.com/blog. Yes, it's something called something from running people down to leading at liberty. Yep, you will find it there. So do that first, and then you can make your horse braver towards, flapping plastic and stuff like that. And it could also be that your horse also doesn't need to become any braver. But on the other hand, it can also be that your horse, is pushy because he or she is scared, and then your horse needs this type of training. So not all horses need to be what would be called desensitized, but those who need it benefit from it the most, and they also change the most, because we change their reaction from being anxious to being calm and confident and curious. That's the whole point. It's not changing their reaction from jumping around to standing still and holding tension. No, we need something different. So that's why it's so important that you learn how to read horses, which is something I also show in the videos. Yes, and that was it for this horse talk. And thank you so much for all the questions. And I wish you the best of luck with making your horse brave and confident. And I know that this is possible for all horses, and this is something that many horses need. So, and especially, towards New Year's Eve, or if you want to go trail riding or take your horse to a show or a horse to a clinic or something like that, I think we need to prepare them in a way that changes their reaction from anxiety to calmness. And that's what the training is all about. Yes. Okay, and if you are here now and you haven't gotten this free training yet, then you can comment yes below and I will send you the link on DM. Or you can go to ridelikeaviking.no/confidence and you will find the training there. And it's absolutely free of charge, and it has helped so many horses already. And I am sure that if you have a reactive horse, or if you have a horse that goes into freeze mode, this training is going to solve it in a lasting way, so that you can ride on trails and take your horse to clinics and shows with, a brave and confident and relaxed horse, and have that partnership you have with your horse also in other circumstances, and also if something unexpected happens. Yes, so thank you so much for joining, and maybe I'll see you on the inside of the confidence training for horses. That's absolutely free, so just comment yes and I send you the link. Okay, thank you and bye for now.